Hello, my name is Mr. Roos here at Hartley Outdoor Education Center in St. Charles, Michigan, and I want to talk a little bit about bird feeding in your homes. Since you're inside, we want to do some things that maybe you can watch from your windows. First of all, I hope you're being safe and doing well. First of all, I want to start with a platform feeder right here. This is kind of a basic feeder. We have ours on a post, but you can actually put these platform feeders right on the ground. Or at our house, we just have a stump, and you can put bird food right on the stump. This one right here is a hanging feeder. Hanging feeders you can hang on hooks or from a strong tree branch, and this gets filled by lifting the top and putting in the bird food there. And it can be from both sides. The birds can get the food there. It also has some suet feeders on it. Suet feeders are for woodpeckers, titmice, chickadees. They like the suet, which is kind of a fatty mixture with some seeds inside of it. And so it's a good thing to give them some high energy. So this one has some on the sides, but you can also buy a separate one, a little hanging suet cage feeder. This one opens up, and just buy some suet at the local store. Plop that in there and close it up. Now here is a trick I know of. This is great. You have a bread tie at home. Just take a bread tie and feed it through the cage, so that way the squirrels, which tend to get into the suet feeders and knock them down if they're hanging, can't get in, and that's secured on there nice and tight so the squirrels can't get in and the birds still can. Again, you can hang those up, or sometimes people have those attached right to a tree. Now this time of year, when it starts to get warm, we have hummingbird feeders. Hummingbird feeders, the hummingbirds are just starting to come back, so you want to get your hummingbird feeder out now. And you can actually make your own hummingbird nectar. Just take 3 parts water, 1 part sugar. Heat up the water over the stove, pour the sugar in until it dissolves, and then you let it cool a little bit in the refrigerator, and then you put it in your hummingbird feeder. Now we happen to have a red one. Sometimes the color matters, but sometimes they say it doesn't, so you can just try different things with your own hummingbird nectar and different kinds of feeders there. Over here we have, this is an orange feeder. And this is where you attract the Baltimore Orioles, which are back now too. So you just take an orange, slice it in half, and then you take 1/2 and put it right on the branch there, or the sticking out branch of the feeder, or you can put it on a sturdy branch. We at home, we like to put ours right on the platform feeder for the Baltimore Orioles, and sometimes even the catbirds will eat the oranges too. Now let's talk a little bit about the actual bird food. Over here we have, actually there's a couple different kinds of bird foods that you can get. There's the pure sunflower seeds, which that attracts the chickadees, titmice, blue jays, cardinals, all the kinds that most people like to get around their bird feeders. But I like to mix it with a little bit of millet, cracked corn, and that attracts the finches and the sparrows and things like that. So you get a wide variety of birds if you do a little mixture there. Then get a big scooper and put it where you want it, on your platform feeder or right in your hanging feeder, and that's they'll get attracted to those. One thing you can do at home is actually make a pine cone bird feeder. And it's very simple. You just take a regular pine cone and get some shortening and put the shortening right on the pine cone. Kind of slather it on there pretty good. And then you can roll it into your bird seed mixture, and then you've got a nice pine cone bird feeder that you can make very simply and easily at home. That's just shortening like Crisco. Or you can also make your own suet by taking beef fat that maybe you made some hamburgers and you got some fat left over in your pan. You just let that cool down, put it in the freezer after it cools down with some bird food mixed in there. We put ours in a little plastic container like this, put it in the freezer, and we can pop those out in the wintertime for our suet feeders. Well, I hope you enjoyed this lesson about bird feeders and bird food, and I hope again you're staying safe And hope you visit us again on Facebook. Check out our Facebook page for more events coming up.